have the pleasure of calling on Dr. Cyrilla Ansen to render the opening prayer.
Shalom. We begin this prayer with the Shema, taken from Deuteronomy chapter 6, verse 4. Shema Israel, Yahweh Elohim, Yahweh Echad, Baruch Shem Kavod, Malchut Shema Israel, Yahweh Elohim is one, and you shall love Yahweh with all your heart, all your soul, and all your might. This day we say, Baruch Yahweh Melech Olam. Blessed are you, O Yahweh, King Eternal. Bless Yahweh, O my soul. We give you thanks, Abba, for life, for health, and strength, and the joy of being in this lovely Commonwealth of Dominica to witness this auspicious celebration of graduation 2023. We say Torah. Thank you, Yah, for according us the opportunity of pursuing our studies in our various fields and granting us success. It was your grace, hallelujah, which brought us safe thus far, and indeed your grace did lead us home. Hallelujah. Yahweh, we give you thanks for the U.W.I Global Campus, engaging diversity and inclusivity, creating a safe and brave space where we could remain with our families and jobs while receiving an international sterling education. We pray for each graduate today that you continue to provide the necessary avenues we need to hone our skills. We supplicate on behalf of each graduate of this illustrious institution and pray that as alumni, we persist in espousing its commendable standards. May we transcend the grades and GPAs to demonstrate love and respect for each other as we traverse this paradigm called life. May we ever be mindful to assist a struggling student and ensure he gets to the finish line, being cognizant that when each student succeeds, we all do. We pray a special prayer upon the U.W.I Global as it forges ahead into its 75th year, ready to take on not only the Caribbean, but the international community, rooted, ready, rising. May Abba Yahweh's blessings be on us graduates as we seek to engage our life's mission to do justly, to love mercy, and to walk humbly before our Elohim. Be blessed in Yeshua's name. Hallelujah. Amen.
Thank you very much, Dr. Cyrilla Ansen, for raising quite appropriately this fine and beautiful incense to the heavens. Ladies and gentlemen, you may sit. Dr. Nicole Philip Dow, Deputy Director, the U.W.I Global Campus site. Dr. Hazel Schrenford Ricketts, Consultant Ophthalmologist and our featured speaker. Dr. Kimon Joseph, Head, the U.W.I Global Campus Dominica, as well as the staff and the tutors of the U.W.I Global Campus Dominica. Mrs. Sandra Griffith Carrington, the U.W.I alumni officer, and the executive members of the Alumni Association, Dominica chapter, especially invited guests. And allow me to bring from the script to recognize Dr. Honeychurch and Dr. Jeffrey Blaise. Graduates, friends and family, members of graduates, family members of the graduates, and of U.W.I, both live, Truth and Grace Fellowship Global, and those joining us via Emonews, media representatives, my dear friends all. I heartily welcome you to this recognition of graduates ceremony of the University of the West Indies Global Campus Dominica, formerly the Open Campus Dominica. It is fitting that we gather today for this occasion at Truth and Grace Fellowship Global Church, a designation that I am sure seeks to capture this church's philosophy. The penultimate word in this beautiful and appealing brand or identity is appropriately aligned with ours, the U.W.I Global Campus. We give thanks today for our lives, and in particular for allowing you, the graduates, as well as your respective families, to experience such incomparable joy from your well-deserved accomplishments. Amen? Amen. I thought that appropriate given the environment. Our fundamental and primary objective today is to gather in camaraderie with and openly congratulate our graduates and celebrate their remarkable achievements as graduates of the University of the West Indies. As we do so, let us never forget to pay tribute to your families, your spouses, your partners, your parents, your children's babysitters, your cousins, your tutors, your sponsors, your friends, indeed all those who faithfully sustained and supported you along this journey, which I am sure you agree sometimes became quite difficult, even unbearable. Overall, we give thanks to God who has given you life, perseverance, health, and wellness to fulfill your dreams. Do not ever reach the point where you feel confident or even stupid enough to dispose of the supreme being in your lives, whether you call him God, Allah, Jehovah, Almighty, Creator, King, Ancient One, Jah. Do not forget, I warn you. Please embrace this ceremony today as we, your community, admiring you for what you have done for yourselves, because ultimately, your success today would not have been possible had you not chosen to be academically productive. So I say, as your campus principal, our utter respect to you, class of 2023. Clap yourselves. It is opportune for me to repeat locally some of what I conveyed to our graduates in the regional graduation ceremony on November 11th, 2023. The recognition of graduate ceremony today represents a milestone in your lives, and indeed should be an opportunity for celebration, but also reflection on what lies ahead. As you ponder the future, you must carefully contemplate the significant responsibility that is placed on your shoulders. Your graduation is living proof of our university's enduring commitment to excellence as we proudly mark and bring to a close the University of the West Indies' 75th anniversary, that is, its Diamond Jubilee. Our anniversary theme, summarized by the tagline, Rooted, Ready, and Rising, is particularly appropriate for us at the global campus, your campus, having rooted ourselves in our many years of serving our communities beyond the walls of the university, and now ready, feeling fittingly confident to burst into the global education environment as we rise to the occasion of worldwide expectations. Hence, what are the implications of joining an elite group of graduates who have benefited from having received one of the best degrees in the world? Is it time now to move on and not turn back? Is it time now to say, in our cultural way, stoops, and not care about the future of this campus, which has equipped hundreds of citizens in a myriad of fields, and who play their respective parts in Dominica's and regional development? As I reflect, I would like to offer my thanks to those exceptional governments of the region who diligently pay your tuition fees and other economic costs or parts thereof, and in so doing, contribute to the survival of the campus as well as to your success, which we are happy to celebrate. Although education ought to be a right, it is important to remind you that it is costly, and when payments for such expensive services are not made, the staff, and the governments and students who pay are the ones who carry the burden of your education. We need to be grateful to those who pay. You're hearing that? To those who pay. Not to those who don't do. Class of 2023, the global campus's expedition into your towns, your villages and hamlets leaves those who are observant and those who have directly benefited with absolutely no doubt that we can make legitimate and authentic claim to having participated in the operationalization of Agenda 2030 by ensuring equal access for all women and men to affordable and quality technical, vocational, and tertiary education, including university, and ensuring that all learners acquire the knowledge and skills needed to promote sustainable development. As we embark on this remarkable journey into the future, it is opportune to remind the Dominica public of our exciting transformative rebranding on August 1st, 2023, from the open campus to the global campus. This conversion underscores our commitment to breaking down geographical barriers in pursuit of knowledge while we continue to fulfill the vision of an excellent global university rooted in the Caribbean. The COVID-19 pandemic forced higher education institutions to recognize, for some in a cataclysmic way, that higher education had to transform itself if it were to survive, prevail, and thrive. At the former open campus, we were ahead in that regard. Fortunately, our predecessors and ourselves at the global campus understood long ago, and the COVID-19 pandemic merely confirmed for the rest of the region and the world that the unequivocal future of higher education institutions is inextricably bound to their having the capacity to deliver high-quality credentials and skills at all levels via asynchronous, online, and blended teaching and learning. While many universities were compelled to shut their doors during the pandemic, the University of the West Indies Open Campus, now Global Campus, remained wide open, and therefore students were able to get on with the fulfillment of their academic dreams. You are living testimony to this. You are the data. You are the proof of this. The Global Campus, now your alma mater. See, Mrs. Griffith Carrington, I am reminding them. Now your alma mater, which you must give back to, continues to be a godsend and boon to the Caribbean. And as we move inexorably into the global market, we will continue to prove beyond a shadow of a doubt our supremacy in delivering asynchronous online teaching and learning, the authentic and real thing, which is absolutely not the same as remote emergency teaching that others supply. To reiterate, the Open Campus rebranded to the Global Campus on August 1st, 2023, and that process continues to unfold. Our repositioning on the world stage represents the university's vote of confidence in us, as encapsulated in the statement. The U.W.I sees an opportunity to leverage its global academic reputation and the online education capabilities of the Open Campus to enter and serve selected niche areas of the large and rapidly expanding global online education market. I mentioned earlier the word global in the church's name, Truth and Grace Fellowship Global. On March 22, 2018, a few years ago, that is over 5 years ago, I said in my address to the graduating class then, right here, and I repeat now, my hope is that within the context of this appropriately selected venue, we will grasp the opportunity to muse on the following challenge by Clayton N. Christensen with James Allwith and Karen Dillon in their publication, How Will You Measure Your Life, 2012. According to them, if you take the time to figure out your purpose in life, I promise that you will look back on it as the most important thing you will have ever learned. Graduates, ladies and gentlemen, since we are in the environment of truth, it is opportune for me to briefly share with you some thoughts that I shared on November 20, 2023 in my feature address at the declaring feature address and declaring open the Global Campus U.W.I start. Students today, alumni tomorrow week. Bearing the foregoing in mind, I implore you to reflect for a while on the following. Reality does not depend on our whims and fancies, nor does it depend on our preferences or whether or not we want to believe what is factually in front of us. Reality does not even depend on the majority view. Reality is reality. Facts are facts, as you must know as academics, and they are sui generis outside of our control. That said, social scientists, those of you in sociology, especially of the interpretivist, symbolic interactionist, and phenomenological tradition, accept and concede that perception is the reality to many. I therefore encourage you to shift gears as you either commence the world of work, or new jobs, or continue your respective contributions at your organizations and in your communities, or indeed start up your own businesses. You must accept the connection between your sound, sensible, calculated, and wise actions today and a transformative future, or a future that is amenable to your transformational interventions. More than ever before, we need professionals who are more inclined to humanist and human-centered interventions that do not privilege a minority on the basis of constructs that are opportunistically created by political and financial bulldozers, capitalists, and selfish interests. Of course, everyone is happy today, so you may agree with me now while you're happy. But I challenge you not to deny me 3 times before the rooster crows. Matthew 26:54. Depending on where you find yourselves in the public or private sectors subsequently. So don't betray me. I said to you, Estat ambassadors, that what often happens at graduation ceremonies, and may very well happen today, is that everyone is ready to go out into their societies and transform the world, and each valedictorian who supposedly speaks to the blessings of a particular class informs the world that this is going to be the group of graduates that the universe has been waiting for all their lives, because they are definitely going to change the course of history for the better. So going on to change the world. That's usually the hope. Alas, there's an alas, there's a but. Many, not all, mercifully, of the said graduates are very soon absorbed by the exigencies of earning money, ostentatious living, driving luxury BMWs and Audis, traveling the world, and other missions that cause them to quickly lose sight of all their noble and magnanimous intentions. They become politically partisan, and the education which was supposed to have caused them to view the world and the societies more objectively cannot seem to conquer or even weaken the layer of political, economic, and social power and privilege. That's something anemic, but I am hoping that everyone believes it. In circumstances like this, the ideals and the values of transformative and activist behavior rapidly evaporate and succumb to what seems to be inoperable disease of self-absorption and avarice. British philosopher, logician, historian, and social critic Bertrand Russell claims that the fundamental cause of trouble in the world, and listen carefully, is that the stupid are cocksure while the intelligent are full of doubt. Let me dumb it down. Let me break it down. The fundamental cause of trouble in the world is that stupid people, foolish people, are confident and cocksure, but intelligent, educated people, like I said, are full of doubt. You're afraid of yourself. Is it a fact that many intelligent people are powerless, or at least do not exercise the power that they have in terms of knowledge and mental alertness, while many irrational and unenlightened people may not only have power, but actively exercise this power? So you, intelligent and educated, get drowned out. I therefore urge you, graduates, I must look in this direction. That's where you are, yeah? I therefore urge you, graduates, to stop being doubtful about your own capabilities. You, the educated and intelligent, must provide intellectual leadership and must not evade or turn down opportunities to enlighten your fellow citizens. and I'm not saying that for value, I'm actually doing it. You must not honor or indulge the cocksure, stupid group, which often needs affirmation of the doubtful intelligent in order to get what they want in life. In other words, do not allow yourself to be used by those with impure and tainted intentions and ulterior motives. As people who have had the benefit of quality education, I urge you to build a robust commitment to enduring principles, values, and ethical standards in a myriad areas of your lives. Although times change, I hold firmly to the belief that our values must remain constant and permanent. You must not, as educated people, be cold-blooded organisms whose internal body temperatures shift and swing with external climatic shifts. This does not mean you should refrain from constantly reviewing and assessing your thinking on various subjects every now and then. However, you must apply critical thinking to whatever comes before you, or else you will be merely automatons and education will be wasted on you. Remember, I said education is costly, so do not waste our money. Indeed, as you proceed along your professional and personal trajectories, never seek to conflate neutrality with objectivity. The former, neutrality, may often be precipitated by fear, anxiety, and insecurity, not sure of yourselves. The latter, objectivity, motivated by courage and wanting to make your country, your region, and your world better. To be sure, I made the point to our U.W.I staff ambassadors that the most depraved and treacherous person you may find is one who is educated and knowingly gives comfort and academic legitimacy to actions that are blatantly wrong. As university graduates, always bear in mind that we need to collaborate in order to form a critical mass which can transform our societies. Negligence or failure to do so will result in lower standards of living for everyone. We should be more acutely conscious of the importance of working with each other for the common good as opposed to fighting each other. In his song, So Much Things to Say, Bob Marley highlighted for us the reality that we are all vulnerable to hazards, whether natural or human created. Hence he sang, "Oh, when the rain falls, it will fall on one man's house. Remember that when the rain falls, against the backdrop of this exciting future, that I once again extend to you a hearty and warm welcome to this ceremony, and I invite you to sit back and enjoy the accomplishments of our fellow citizens before you." Thank you. We are met today in order that we may mark by a formal ceremony the entry of certain of our members of society into the company of graduates and the academic achievement of others. As a university, we are an academic society of undergraduates, bachelors, masters, and doctors, and we follow the academic tradition in the pursuit of knowledge and the encouragement of learning, purposes which are laid down in the preamble to the Royal Charter by which we have been granted the powers needful for the prosecution of our affairs. In pursuing these aims, our members advance from time to time to a higher standing in the academic community. And it is proper that as a body we should celebrate their achievement. It is marked by the granting of a degree or diploma or license or certificate, and we rejoice before graduates in their accomplishment.
Principal, the people whose names will be called studied in the University of the West Indies and, having fulfilled the requirements of the University of the West Indies, beg leave to be presented to you and to the Senate of the University by the head of the U.W.I. Global Campus Dominica as Masters of Science, Bachelors of Science, Social Sciences, Bachelors of Education, and Certificates. I shall now present the graduates for the certificates in early childhood education, care, and development. Principal, my colleagues and I ask you to recognize as graduate members of our society the persons present who, having fulfilled the requirements of the university, have been awarded the certificates in early childhood education, care, and development.
On behalf of the Chancellor and by the authority vested in him, I recognize these persons whose names are about to be called, and those who are unable to attend as graduate members of our society.
Ashanti Ali. Lizanne Carlo Antoine. Giselle Benjamin. Sherman Benjamin Vigilant. Marcia Burton. Jasma Charles LaRocque. Edna Coffey. Bernice Coffey, Scotland. Kyra John Daly. Joynelle Daniel. Desria Del Sol. Georgette Durahorel. Nikes Francis. Stephen. Cecile Joseph. Jolene Joseph. Salina Joseph. Anicia Luis. Yamira Noel. Abrincia Plesimo. Janelli Raymond. Joan Regis. Sadisha Rivera. Emily Serjeant Barrow. Verona Tyson. I shall now present the graduate for the certificate in Early Childhood Development and Family Studies. Principal, my colleagues and I ask you to recognize as a graduate member of our society the person present who, having fulfilled the requirements of the university, has been awarded the certificate in Early Childhood Development and Family Studies.
On behalf of the Chancellor, and by the authority vested in him, I recognize this person whose name is about to be called, and those who are unable to attend as graduate members of our society.
Juliana Joseph. I shall now present the graduates Bachelor's in Education. Principal, my colleagues and I ask you to recognize as graduate members of our society these persons who, having fulfilled the requirements of the university, have been awarded the degree of Bachelor's in Education.
On behalf of the Chancellor and by the authority vested in him, I recognize these persons whose names are about to be called and those who are unable to attend as graduate members of our society.
Alton O'Day, first class. Keanu Winston, first class. I shall now present the graduates of Bachelor of Science, Social Science. Principal, my colleagues and I ask you to recognize as graduate members of our society these persons present who, having fulfilled the requirements of the university, have been admitted to the Bachelor of Science degree offered in the Faculty of Social Sciences.
On behalf of the Chancellor and by the authority vested in him, I recognize these persons whose names are about to be called and those who are unable to attend as graduate members of our society.
Martina Alexander, first class. Dave Alexis. Chanel Anthony, first class. Christy Balthazar. Nadine Benjamin, first class. Bridget Benoit, first class. Romeo Bruno, first class. Janelle Charles, first class. Alice Chittick, first class. Alexandra Dupini, first class. Keola George, first class. Felicia Pierre, first class. Chanel Hilaire. Kayla Holmes, first class. Khadija Jackson. Renal James, first class. Sherry Jeffrey. Sharina John Baptist, first class. Linella John, first class. Juanisha Josie Laurent. Alina Mills. Desma Patrick. Imana Pierre, first class. Antonia Pierre Hector, first class. Jaslyn Popo Menz, first class. Mayola Walsh Richards. Lisa Wati, first class. Ariel Williams. Bernal Williams. And Valerie Honorary. I shall now present members of our society for the award of higher degrees. Masters of Science in Financial Management and Masters of Science Management Studies. Principal, I present to you these members of our society who, having fulfilled the requirements of this university, have been admitted to the Master of Science Financial Management and Master of Science Management Studies.
On behalf of the Chancellor and by the authority vested in him, I acknowledge these persons whose names are about to be called, and those who are unable to attend, and recognize their advancement in our society.
Cherise Jovita Maglow. Laura Abraham. shall now present members of our society for the award of higher degrees, Doctor of Education. Principal, I present to you these members of our society who, having fulfilled the requirements of this university, have been admitted to the Doctor of Education, Educational Leadership in Higher Education.
On behalf of the Chancellor, and by the authority vested in him, I recognize these persons whose names are about to be called, and those who are unable to attend as graduate members of our society.
Dr. Cyrilla Ansel. Dr. Olobenga Moribisi.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, I think it is fitting for us to give over a round of applause. You're so kind. I don't know how you catch my breath for you. We are at the stage where we're going to ask our standing graduates to deliver remarks on behalf of the class. Before I do so, allow me to introduce her briefly. Alexandra Valedictorian is a first class as well, pilot at Keynote Address Airways, Winia. She recently completed BSc Management Studies, Tourism and Hospitality Management, first class honors at the U.W.I local campus. In addition, she holds an airline transport pilot certificate from the Federal Aviation Administration in the United States. Alexandra graduated from the Dominica State College with her associate degree in biology and mathematics. She also holds a continuing and professional education certificate of achievement in project management from the U.W.I local campus. When she's grounded, no one. When she's not flying, Alexandra enjoys spending time with her family and friends and going to the gym. She comes from a family of 8 and lives in Walhouse, Louisville, and St. Martin. Let us welcome warmly
Approach Vice Chancellor and Principal, U.W.I Global Campus, Dr. Nicole Philip, Deputy Director, U.W.I Global Campus Sites, Dr. Hazel Shennifer Ricketts, Consultant, Ophthalmologist and Featured Speaker, Dr. Keon Joseph, Head, U.W.I Global Campus, Dominica, as well as the staff and tutors of the U.W.I Global Campus, Dominica. Mrs. Sandra Griffith Carrington, U.W.I Alumni Officer, and the executive members of the Alumni Association, Dominica Chapter. Special invited guests, graduates, friends and family members of the graduates and of the U.W.I, both live and at Truth and Grace Fellowship Award, and those joining via Emonews, media representatives. A blessed morning to you. I stand before you here today incredibly humbled and thankful for the opportunity to deliver this address on behalf of the graduates at this prestigious event, the recognition of graduate ceremony. Firstly, thanks must be given to the Almighty for graciously guiding us, and carrying us through this challenging yet rewarding journey. I am certain that my fellow graduates will join me in expressing gratitude for His continued mercies and blessings, which allowed us to navigate this undertaking in what the world considers to be very uncertain times. My fellow Pelicans, from the onset of our programs, we were impacted by health crisis and political and economic uncertainties on a global stage. Regardless, we persevered, all while diligently maintaining full-time jobs, functioning as students, siblings, parents, partners, and many other roles. Our circumstances may have been different, but our goals were similar. Although pressured by our different circumstances, we stand here today, a testament to the old age saying, when you become a diamond, you'll understand why life has pressure. We toiled and continued our paths, and we made it here today. Resilient graduates and parts of the U.W.I alumni, ready to be shining examples in our society. My friends, as I reflect on my journey here at the U.W.I Open Campus, North Overall, one which I am sure mirrors many of my fellow graduates, one quote by American author Michel C. Clarke resonates with me. He says, quote, whenever you're nervous about stepping outside of your comfort zone, remind yourself, it feels scary, only because it's unfamiliar, not because you are incapable, end quote. For most, we were unaccustomed to an online learning experience with unfamiliar people. Although fully online, the learning experience was delivered in a professional manner. This mode of teaching did not detract from receiving a quality education. The desire to pursue a degree was always there, although initially I was unclear which path to take. However, I was intent on pursuing a discipline that complemented my love for aviation. I'm an airline pilot by trade, and my experience in the aviation industry exposed the symbiotic relationship that tourism and aviation share. And since I have had a keen interest in Dominica's tourism industry, the choice to enroll in the Tourism and Hospitality Management program was a bit effortless. Studying at the U.W.I Global Campus was an experience that provided a framework for learning both inside the classroom and outside the classroom setting. From the moment we enrolled, we were taught how to navigate the U.W.I learning management system, the learning exchange. We were also guided on proper next. It was imperative that we learned how to operate professionally and courteously in the digital environment, as this would prove to be a cornerstone to our individual and collective successes. Another important cog in the wheel of success was the ability to reference the work of others properly. While this helped us to give credit to others for their work, it also allowed us to demonstrate what we had gathered from our research. Fellow graduates, indeed, this institution has allowed us to grow both in terms of nurturing our soft skills as lifelong learners, as well as in terms of academia. Many of us can now boast having successfully completed our various programs. Our capacity for digital, collaborative, and independent learning have been expanded. The courses have enhanced our analytical skills and we no longer accept things blindly. Rather, we question things to get a better view. We are critical thinkers, equipped to devise creative solutions for problems. We are now able to apply what we have learned and put things in sharper focus. Though it was an experience riddled with challenges along the way, there were numerous positives. For example, we developed and nurtured lifelong friendships. U.W.I Global Campus allowed us to meet people from different islands and from different walks of life. And this is one of the most beautiful things about this university. U.W.I is truly a melting pot and playing a key role in career integration. This experience has refined our communication skills and allowed us to discover new approaches to teamwork and dealing with different personalities. Amidst the challenges of pursuing higher education, it was not uncommon to find some who contributed less than others, leaving the rest to pick up the slack. One key takeaway from the U.W.I experience was the realization that we need to contribute positively to group settings. Those who wish to excel at the U.W.I Global Campus must come ready to contribute and to do so meaningfully. In doing so, we stand to gain the greatest benefit. This, in addition to proper time management, prioritizing, and discipline, are lessons which mold us and which we carry into our everyday lives and workplaces. It is important to note that obtaining a degree does not come without sacrifice and some level of work-school balance. On many occasions, the gym and social events came secondary to completing assignments and studying. Studying here is not for the weak. U.W.I has always demanded the best of us, and mediocrity was not an option. To those considering making the U.W.I Global Campus their university of choice, do not do something just because. Do not put your name on subpar work. If you are going to show up, I urge you to please show up with your head up. I compare this journey with a flight at work, where the goal is getting to the destination safely. For us, completing our degrees. Preparation is key. However, we are sometimes met by unexpected turbulence. For example, financial issues, family issues, and the like. While it may delay us getting to the destination, while we may have had to switch our paths to get to the goal, through perseverance and resilience, we got there. But it does not end there. Please continue to learn and further yourselves. There are many other destinations out there. My studies have exposed me to emerging trends within the tourism industry. Current data shows that the modern tourist has evolved and are now drawn to authentic experiences steeped in culture and heritage. The new type of traveler is committed to sustainable development of a destination and so make informed decisions about where they travel to and why. Dominica has much to offer to this new type of tourist, given that we can boast of being only one of 2 islands in the region that still has a living tribe of genuine Alumni people. Despite having an opportunity to offer authentic experiences, my Alumni people continue to be marginalized in their own ethnicity. Tourism, despite being one of the main sources of income for many, remains largely unsustainable, particularly in the economic pillar of sustainability. Sadly, the people who should be the primary benefactors of tourism earnings only play a supporting role. This is evident in the Alumni people's over-reliance on external stakeholders to bring in business and their lack of opportunities and non-empowerment to to take advantage of this immense tourism product. During research for my final paper, I discovered that the Colorado people are rarely able to reap any benefits or profits from their tourism business ventures, despite getting funding and other support. Further, some of the training and other capacity building opportunities may not necessarily be applicable to their businesses. There is a need for greater dialogue between the local community leaders, the government, NGOs, and the residents of the Colorado territory. One solution is that proper assessments be done prior to providing any assistance. This is necessary to determine the deficiencies that exist, to provide capacity building and other supports that are tailored to their particular tourism businesses. By increasing their capacity to market and sell directly to potential tourists, the Colorado people will better be able to directly reap the benefits from their respective businesses. I also recommend that our tourism policy makers adopt a more inclusive approach to the development and management of the Colorado tourism products. Residents of the territory should be regularly engaged and their ideas seriously considered. We need an approach that not only looks good on paper, but one which puts into action what is in the best interest of the Colorado people. We have a unique tourism product here, and we need to nurture it to ensure that it is sustainable and successful and available to be experienced for generations to come. Our journey to obtaining our degrees would not be possible without our support system, who played an integral part in our success today. To the persons who are a constant source of support and in our corner as mentors, cheerleaders, sponsors, and the many other roles, we thank you. Special thanks to my significant other, my family, especially my dad, who unfortunately passed before I graduated. Words are not enough to express my gratitude. To the understanding employers, organizations like the Caribbean Tourism Organization, who funded part of my studies, thank you. To the staff at the U.W.I Global Campus, a huge thank you for always being willing to and able to assist and to provide courteous service. Taking that leap of faith is something I do not regret doing. U.W.I provides a top-notch education at an affordable price, which is literally at one's fingertips. This provides an opportunity for everyone, regardless of background, to access higher education without having to leave their homes and other responsibilities to travel abroad. In keeping with this, the U.W.I is truly an excellent choice for higher education. We should all embrace and support the U.W.I, an institution which has played an integral role in delivering top-tier education to Caribbean nationals for 75 years, with a stellar performance record. As the school celebrates its Diamond Jubilee under the theme, Rooted, Rising, Ready, Rising, I wish it every success in its bid to expand its reach globally and to change even more lives for the better through education. In closing, I want to again encourage everyone to keep a thirst for knowledge. Additionally, use what you have acquired here to create a better Dominica and a better Caribbean by extension in your respective fields. I encourage each one of you to be a beacon of hope to someone else. Encourage, lend a hand, explain a topic. Participate even at a community level, but please give back. Use your degree to influence positive change. In the words of Delta Airlines, expand your horizons, expand your views of the world, and keep climbing. Thank you.
All that today, you should listen to Alexandra's voice, hardening out your hearts. Now, this is a type of valedictory address that gives me the spirit. You couldn't see it, from the clap. But this is the depth, the research that went into it. And she didn't just come to say the pleasantries of the niceties and the banal and routine things. She, in her research paper, not people, caliber people, and she made the contribution. That is what we expect. That is the self-confidence that we expect educated people. Because if you do not do that, your society will disintegrate. If you allow the cocksure stupid to preponderate. Okay? Right. Good. At this time, at this point, this is Group Carrington, we need to get the speech, and we need to feature it in our publications and so on. It's very important. And we also know, I don't think you guys have to give me anything for that, but you know that safe hands when you fly. It's not going to be technical skills, but intelligence. In fact, I'll say to you that my best landing was a female captain. The reason why I get on a plane and there's a female captain, I go to sleep. Cautious, scary, and so on. Anyway, that's for another day. At this point, talking about females, at this point, we're going to call on our learned graduates, Jim Jackson, LLB. Was that at Mono? Yes, to render a performance. It's a surprise. I didn't have the time here, but surprise us.
Let me extend a heartfelt congratulations to all of you. And I trust that you all are immensely proud of yourselves. I know that I am too, to be standing in a room filled with educated and purpose-driven minds. And I'm so, honored by your presence. So this one is dedicated to you all. It's called Hero by Mariah Carey. There's a hero if you look inside your heart. You don't have to be afraid of what you are. There's an answer if you search within your soul, and the sorrow that you know will melt away. To
in my household, we shall do. I take it in my strides. But it is, I'm saying all of that to say that it is a real talent, and we have some very talented young and old persons in Dominica. I couldn't, of course, start that talent now, because the first thing is that I forget my song. As I said, so these days. Growing up, I didn't forget the songs, but these days I finally forget the songs. I didn't know what happened. But anyway, that's for another time. There are lots of things for other times. Yes, so we come to our feature address, and Dr. Hazel Schreiber-Ricketts has been in the news a lot. Our hero. You can give applause for that. Dr. Hazel Schreiber-Ricketts is a consultant ophthalmologist. She attained her Bachelor of Medicine and Bachelor of Surgery, MBBS, from the U.W.I. Mona in 1985. In 1996, she became a Fellow of the Royal College of Surgeons in Canada and attained her Canadian Board certification in ophthalmology. Dr. Schreiber-Ricketts has had an illustrious career in the field of medicine for over 35 years. Through her work as a medical officer in the departments of surgery and ophthalmology at the then Princess Margaret Hospital, her work in private practice at the Hillsborough Medical Center, and her co-ownership of Optical Services Limited, she has labored through the length and breadth of Dominica. And for a long time, she was the sole ophthalmologist on the Commonwealth. Dr. Schreiber-Ricketts is dedicated to community service. She has been a member of the Dominica Medical Association since 1987 and has served as Vice President and Secretary-Treasurer of that organization. She is also a member of the Ophthalmology Society of the West Indies. Furthermore, Dr. Schreiber-Ricketts has been engaged in numerous community health promotion programs using various media for the observance of World Sight Day, World Diabetes Day, and World Glaucoma Day. Additionally, she's a member of the Dominica Girl Guides movement. She is a former president of the U.W.I. Alumni Association Dominica chapter. And that time we had this huge dinner photo because I'm there on leadership here. And for many years, she worked with parents and tutors at the Dominica State College to coordinate the A-level support program. Dr. Schreiber-Ricketts is also a published researcher. She has done extensive work in several areas, including molecular genetics of muscular degeneration in Napoli and Dominica, the prevalence of blindness and glaucoma in Dominica nursing homes residents, and diabetic retinopathy screening using artificial intelligence in Dominica. Way ahead of the time. Dr. Schreiber-Ricketts has received numerous awards. This includes the Distinguished Alumni Award from the U.W.I. Alumni Association, Dominica Chapter, in 2014, the Queen Elizabeth Diamond Jubilee Trust Award on International Women's Day in 2019, and a phenomenal Caribbean Women Award at the 11th Caribbean Women Symposium in 2021. Live when you're ready, I can look up here. Dr. Schreiber-Ricketts enjoys spending time with family and friends. She is an avid gardener, and she loves walking about in her garden, admiring the beauty of nature. She's also a seamstress. That's a surprise to me. Dr. Schreiber-Ricketts and husband, Dr. Paul Ricketts of blessed memory, my doctor, have 4 children: Anthony, Peter, Mario, and Jessica. She has a new, listen, she goes to her grandchildren. She has 3 grandchildren. Ladies and gentlemen, let us warmly welcome Dr.
Good morning, everyone. Dr. Francis Serra, Co-Vice Chancellor and Principal, U.W.I Global Campus, Dr. Nico Kiridal, Deputy Director, U.W.I Global Campus, Sites, Dr. Timon Joseph Head, U.W.I Global Campus Dominica, as well as staff and tutors of U.W.I Global Campus Dominica. Mrs. Sandra Griffith Carrington, U.W.I Alumni Officer, and executive members of the Alumni Association Dominica Chapter. Special invited guests, graduates, friends and family, members of graduates, and of U.W.I both live at Truth and Grace Fellowship Global, and those joining via Emonews, media representatives. I am deeply honored to stand before you this morning to deliver the feature address at this momentous occasion, recognition of graduates ceremony, class of 2023. As we gather here to celebrate your achievements, we reflect on the theme, rooted, ready, and rising. The theme of the 75th anniversary of Mona, the mother campus of the University of the West Indies. These 3 words encapsulate the essence of its journey, likewise yours. During my schooling, I prided myself as a science student. As I grew older, and I started paying attention to the larger social agenda, I began to appreciate the impact of history on our lives. It is for this reason I will take some time to review the historical journey of the University of the West Indies, spanning the 75 years being celebrated. In the political agitation following World War I, it became obvious that higher education was a priority for the West Indies. Post-emancipation poverty was unchanged for over 100 years. Before World War II, the professionals of the Caribbean were trained in the United Kingdom and Ireland, Canada, and the United States of America. It was noted that most of them did not return to the colonies. A royal commission was set up in 1943, and the West Indies Committee was set up in 1944 to review existing facilities for higher education in the British colonies in the Caribbean and to make recommendations regarding future university development for these colonies. By 1946, a university college, an affiliation with the University of London, and the siting of the medical faculty at Mona, Jamaica, were established. It was started with the Faculty of Medicine because of the severe shortage of doctors in the region. The first 33 medical students started their studies October 3, 1948, 75 years ago. The motto of the university in Latin, Orient ex Occidente lux, or a light rising from the west, encapsulates the ideals of the institution. Dr. Bernard Sorrento was the first Dominican to attend the University College in 1956. The university became an independent university 14 years later in 1962. The university has since continued to grow in a number of faculties and campuses, 5 to date. The St. Augustine campus in Trinidad was opened in 1960, and the Cable campus in Barbados was opened in 1963. From the beginning, the clear vision was not only to bring people to the university, but to bring the university to the people. Hence, the extramural department was created within the university to provide the Caribbean community with outreach services. In 2008, the U.W.I Open Campus became U.W.I fourth campus, and in 2019, the 5-island campus in Antigua became U.W.I fifth campus. In 2023, the U.W.I Open Campus was rebranded as the U.W.I Global Campus, which makes high-quality university education, research and services available to all people inside and outside the Caribbean region. The aforesaid, dear graduates, demonstrates that the roots of the University of the West Indies is continuing to grow, and it is ready and rising along its journey started 75 years ago. The health sector in Dominica was served with distinction by medical graduates from the University of the West Indies. The late Dr. Clarissa Etienne was one of the architects of our once world-renowned primary health care. She was later joined by my husband, the late Dr. Paul Ricketts. Dr. Hendricks Paul was a surgeon who provided care of many surgical subspecialties. Dr. Bernard Sorrento and Dr. Kelvin Ferrara provided obstetrics and gynecology services to our women. Dr. Gerald Grell and Dr. Jennifer Elvin were medical internists who established the dialysis unit. They were later joined by Dr. Sherry Bascom, who provided gastroenterology services. Dr. Rhonda McIntyre headed the pediatric and neonatal unit when our infant mortality rate was at its lowest. Dr. Ronald Volney was the anesthetist. Dr. Irving Pascal was the ear, nose, and throat specialist. And yours truly, Dr. Hazel Schlick-Fadrikis was the ophthalmologist. This was a team of U.W.I medical graduates who managed Princess Margaret Hospital in the 80s, 90s, and next in 2000. Unfortunately, U.W.I medical graduates make up less than 10% of doctors in the public health sector presently, when the hospital is now known as Mob-Peter. U.W.I has trained most of the abundance of lawyers in Dominica. The recent report by the new High Court Judge, Justice Colin Williams in Dominica, means no words in his critical evaluation of Dominica's magistracy, unequivocally criticizing what he considers the lack of productivity and output, resulting in unsatisfactory levels of performance. Quoting a DNO news report dated Saturday, December 2nd, 2023. I call on you to review these situations to serve us better in these professions in Dominica. Graduates, I say all that to show you that a certificate by itself does not make you bring positive change to your community. Now I turn my address to your journey. Being rooted is not merely about what you have learned. It is about understanding where you come from, your values, and the sense of purpose that has shaped your journey. You are rooted in the rich traditions and knowledge the U.W.I Global Campus has instilled in you. These academic roots are the source of your strength, your knowledge, and your unshakable foundation. They represent the countless hours of studies, the late nights, and the dedication that has brought you to this moment. It is like a beacon guiding you to this day. Now, dear graduates, you are ready. You are prepared not just for the opportunities, like the appointments of higher paying jobs, but also for the challenges that await. You have been molded into capable, resilient individuals, and with the tools to make a difference, to lead with empathy, and to contribute to the world to bring about positive change. My fellow alumni, as you move forward, you are rising to the occasion. The world is evolving rapidly and needs your leadership, your innovation, and your compassion. You cannot afford to sit on the fence. The challenges we face today, from climate change to social injustice and poverty, require your engagement. You have to rise to meet these challenges with resilience, creativity, and the determination to make the world a better place. Don't estimate the power you hold to create a more just, inclusive, and sustainable world. You are not mere statistics documenting the increase in numbers of women in the workplace and women appointed to prominent but ineffective leadership positions, making only for bragging rights. You are not mere rubber stamps for decisions that doesn't serve the people. Those Jesus refers to as, whatever you do to the least of my brothers, that you do unto me, irrespective of their color, gender, creed, political affiliation, and nationality. You are the architects, independent thinkers, and doers of the future. But remember, with great power comes great responsibility. Embrace this responsibility with humility, understanding that your success is not just for your benefit, but also for the greater good. Reach out to those who need a hand. Lend your voice to those who aren't heard, and champion the values of justice, equality, and kindness. Look around at the gender equality among the graduates here today. Very few men. There is a crisis among our men seeking higher education, gainful employment, and leaders of their families. A significant number of our young men are not making use of the opportunities to better themselves. Is it possible that each of you could mentor one young man and motivate him to sign up even for a 6-week U.W.I online program? This is your first challenge post-graduation. Graduates, this is your moment. As you move from this ceremony, remember that your roots, the knowledge you have acquired, the friendship you have formed, and the values you've embraced will serve as your compass in life. You are part of a larger community of scholars and doers who have graduated from this remarkable institution, the University of the West Indies. Join the U.W.I Alumni Association Dominica chapter to give back so others can benefit from your alma mater. Each graduation is a celebration of our faith in our own institution, our own people. This is a quote taken from the U.W.I, a photographic journey book. Class of 2023, I have great faith in your potential. Each of you is an agent of change, a torchbearer of progress. Your path may not always be easy, but remember that you have the skills, the knowledge, and the spirit to overcome obstacles. The future is brighter because of you, and I can't wait to see the impact you will have on the road. Congratulations on your graduation. The best is yet to come. Thank you.
I believe this was a great convening. Please do it again. Because you know, as I hope that's not heretical, but you can understand the reason for the analogy. As Dr. Shiomfoli spoke, I could imagine the Jehovah, Jah, saying, "This is my daughter, in whom I'm well pleased." Give her another round of applause. Dr. Shiomfoli belongs to the, and you heard it, the generation of medical doctors who did not narrowly put on medical blinkers, but who understood the sociology of health, who understood context, and who understood that the people who came to our customers belonged to a social setting. So it was not medicine for medicine. It was not strictly being clinical and detached. And her path has not been always easy for taking that route, but at night she can sleep well. And if you want me to say a little more, she can walk well in her garden that she has built. So thank you for accepting our invitation, Dr. Shiomfoli, to this, and thank you for the history that gives us a sense of who we are and the foundation that our medical graduates and other graduates build. Very often when we think of we forget that if the U.W.I was to close for 1 week, and all graduates did not go to work for 1 week, the economies, those who have economies, will crash. At this point in time, we have another guest performance for to catch my breath. And I see that the guest performance comes from the Early Childhood Education Care and Development class of 2020. Let us make them feel welcome. surprise. But I have to say, it warmed my heart to see the head of site and the staff sing for graduates. I said that was more emotional and sensitive. So those things warm my heart and almost tear me up. Well, if you can do that. If you need that, you can do anything. But yes, no, I'm serious. This was very good. I really like when I saw Dr. Kazmi coming up. I said, you're going to sing? It seems everything went well. And I thought I missed my opportunity to sort of blend into not hearing my voice. Yes. But thank you very much. That's and at this point in time, I would like to call on Mrs. Isan Parlo and Twine Certificate Early Child Education Care Development to move the vote of thanks. Let us take a moment.
Dr. Francis Everett, Pro Vice Chancellor and Principal, U.W.I Global Campus. Dr. Nico Philip Brown, Deputy Director, U.W.I Global Campus Sites. Dr. Hazel Shilipadrikis, Consultant, Ophthalmologist and Feature Speaker. Dr. Kiwan, Head, Global Campus, U.W.I as well, staff and tutors of U.W.I Global Campus, Dominica. Mrs. Sandra Britain Carrington, U.W.I Alumni Officer and Executive Members of the Alumni Association Dominica Chapter. Special invited guests, graduates, friends and family members of graduates and of U.W.I both live at True and Grace Fellowship Global and those joining us via Emonews media representatives. It is indeed an honor and pleasure to stand before you all this afternoon to deliver the vote of thanks at this prestigious ceremony. A mathematician and philosopher, Mr. Alfred North Whitehead said, and I quote, "No one who achieves success does so without acknowledging the help of others. The wise and confident acknowledge this help with gratitude." End quote. First and foremost, I am truly grateful to God for blessing us with all that we need in order to complete this phase of our educational journey. A special thank you to U.W.I Global Campus for offering courses and degree programs that can be completed within the comforts of our homes and insights. This has truly been an experience I will always cherish, and I am sure my colleagues will agree with me that we have learned a lot. We have made lifelong friends, and throughout the course of our journey, there were times of stress, occasions that have put us way out of our comfort zones, perhaps the occasion of panic, and some of extremely challenging experiences. Well, we have survived each of these moments, and are now being rewarded by the recognition of our achievements. Graduates, we are here today because we have all worked hard. Therefore, I encourage us all to continue working. My colleagues within the early childhood education, care and development course, be reminded that each child is different. Let us be intentional in our teaching and help build our students holistically as we are setting the foundation for their future. Thank you to all our lecturers, especially Dr. Kiwan Joseph, and the U.W.I staff for facilitating our study, enabling us to learn and grow, for giving us professional tools, in turn allowing us to be the best in our chosen profession. I must also thank our loved ones, both family and friends. You are the people who have been by our side during this journey. Thank you for your patience and understanding, especially when it came to meeting our deadlines. I want to personally express my thanks to my husband, who has supported and motivated me to always do my best. A heartfelt thanks to all of you who have made today's ceremony special. Miss Janet Jackson, thank you for a beautiful rendition of the national anthem. Dr. Serena Anson, for praying on our behalf, we thank you. Thank you, Dr. Francis Osaran, for such a warm welcome and opening remarks, and for the laughter. Ms. Alexander Dupini, thank you for your address and congratulations. Ms. Janet Jackson, we appreciate your awesome performance and for reminding us that there's a hero in us. Thank you. Dr. Hazel Shulipalrikis, thank you for sharing your experiences, and motivating us with the featured address. Fellow Early Child Education Care and Development class, along with the Dominica U.W.I Global Campus staff, thank you for reminding us that we can rise above every situation in our lives with your performance. All of you who have worked behind the scenes, our sponsors, the media, friends, families, everyone, I thank you. Congratulations to the graduating class of 2023. Thank you.
And of course, since you can't thank yourself, I have the pleasure of thanking you, Mrs. Lisa Marion Antoine. That's a double-barrel name. That name sounds like you said for big things. You know? When your parents give you those names and middle names and what double-barrel names, you have high expectations of you. They just give you one name and no middle name. Anyway, there's a joke about that, which I kept in mind. I now have the pleasure of calling on our alumni officer at the U.W.I Global Campus, responsible for alumni relations throughout the campus, not just Dominica, Mrs. Sandra Griffith-Carrington, whose hospitality I enjoy. You really can, get on in Barbados in ways that you couldn't in other countries. So, Mrs. Griff Carrington, please come to the microphone and lead us in the Alumni Pledge, which I think is at the back of the program. So, over to you. Let's make a feel welcome.
Dr. Francis Severin, Provost Chancellor and Principal, U.W.I Global Campus. Dr. Nicole Philip Dow, Deputy Director, U.W.I Global Campus Sites. Dr. Hazel Shillingford Ricketts, Consultant, Ophthalmologist, and our featured speaker. Dr. Kimon Joseph, Head U.W.I Global Campus, Dominica, as well as staff and tutors of the U.W.I Global Campus, Dominica, specially invited guests, graduates, friends and family, members of the graduates of the U.W.I, both live at Truth and Grace Fellowship Global, and those joining via Emonews, media representatives, ladies and gentlemen, greetings from Barbados. It is my distinct pleasure to invite the graduating class of 2023 to stand and to recite together the U.W.I Alumni Pledge, which can be found on the back of the graduation program. As Global Campus Alumni Officer, I would like to officially welcome you on behalf of the Director of Alumni Relations, Miss Celia Davidson Francis, to the U.W.I. alumni family. Alumni, welcome. I invite you to become engaged alumni who show Pelican pride and are involved in the life of the campus as guest speakers, supporters of sport and site events, mentors, promoters of the university, and the list go on and on. But let us now begin to say the pledge. As a graduate of the University of the West Indies, I commit myself to uphold the ideals and goals of my alma mater. My conduct and voice shall reflect the commitment to excellence of our life rising from the West, as I fulfill my social and professional responsibilities and serve my community and region. I will strive to ensure the dignity, grace, and Caribbean icon, the catalyst for Caribbean development and leadership. It is a legacy that I will proudly help build for future generations. The U.W.I. first in our hearts and the first in our region. Can we do this and we keep the line? The U.W.I. first in our hearts and first in our region. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Mrs. Griffith Carrington. And of course, I really want to thank Pastor Rodney for making this, the church, available to us. We have had one graduation ceremony before, 2018. I think it's a nice environment. I don't meet very important people often, so I probably wouldn't meet Pastor Rodney. But when you meet him, see that as a glance, I'm telling you that I think he has a very nice sound system. Yes, when you meet him, no rush. This brings to a close the public ceremony by which the University of the West Indies Global Campus Dominica has recognized the award of degrees and certificates to its graduates. The company will now disperse in the following order: the principal's procession, Alumni Association executive, staff, graduates, and guests. I want to thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for being such a refreshing and pleasing audience. I wish you all the best in the upcoming Yuletide season. Please remain safe.
once again, congratulations to all.
And a smile a day. Keep bad vibes away, that's why I will never ever change. I'm a happiness everywhere I go. I'm a happiness, never ever change. I'm a happiness everywhere I go. I'm a happiness. So take a bounce to the rhythm, jump to the rhythm, every vibes to the rhythm, wine to the rhythm, we go come to the rhythm, drink to the rhythm, everything with the rhythm. So take a bounce to the rhythm, jump to the rhythm, every vibes to the rhythm, wine to the rhythm, we go come to the rhythm, drink to the rhythm, everything to the rhythm. Cause I'm at a happy place in my life every living day. Happy place in my life every living day. A happy place in my life every living day. Tell them I'm at a happy place in my life every living day. Happy place in my life every living day. A happy place in my life every living day. Hey, every living day. I'm at a happy place in my life, and it can't change. And I just come out here to do right. So whether day or night, I will never ever change. I'm at a happy place everywhere I go. I'm at a happy place, never ever change. I'm at a happy place everywhere I go. I'm at a so take a bounce to the rhythm, jump to the rhythm, every vibes to the rhythm, wine to the rhythm, we go come to the rhythm, drink to the rhythm, everything with the rhythm. So take a bounce to the rhythm, jump to the rhythm, every vibes to the rhythm, wine to the rhythm, we go come to the rhythm, drink to the rhythm, everything to the rhythm.